As many of you know, we just recently had a guest on our platform, on our channel. This guest, which will be very few in the future, and perhaps not at all. This guest that called himself Black Sign, a former boyfriend / lover / fellow activist. I don't know what they were about. And he came on our channel and he was greeted with open arms. And how he conducted and presented to us, it was in a manner where it was acceptable, to the point where we were looking for a second visit. And he calls himself an atheist. He takes on that European label, that religious label. In the United States, atheism is considered a religion, even though they don't believe in God, but they believe in something. Some type of spirituality, some type of something. So atheism, as far as I have learned, also is a religion, and it origins and it comes up out of religious concept, as it is natural for us not to believe in a higher power. It's natural for us not to believe in some most high, some creator. It's natural. Who taught you to breathe? Nobody. Who taught you to eat? Nobody. Nobody taught us these things because they come with us. It's part of the natural package. Now, we are taught certain things. And one of the things that we are taught is religious belief in this belief. Because in the natural world, you see no signs of no animal, no insect, no reptile, no bird, no fish. You see no signs where they are bowing down and looking up and looking forward to meeting their creator. There's no sign of that. It's not necessary. You come into this life, either you're going to live or you're going to die. It's about survival. Survival of the fittest. Those who cannot, who are not fit, those who cannot survive, they die. You never see them again. That's the reality of this situation on this planet. However, if you live and you force your brain to believe otherwise, now you can live forever. Now you can go into different worlds and you don't need special machines. You are more than flesh and blood. The flesh dies and you live forever. Your conscious energy and all this belief that we are taught. But there's no physical evidence. So you have to believe. It's not real. And even though atheists may not believe in God, you have to acknowledge God in order not to believe. There are those who will call me an atheist. I'm not an atheist. If you want to call me anything, just call me a realist. I do not acknowledge God. I never met God. I don't know what you're talking about. So I cannot believe or disbelieve because I have no knowledge of no creator, the Most High, and all this other stuff that you're talking about. I don't, where I have no, show it to me. Can I shake his hand? I have no idea. I have no knowledge of what you're talking about. I hear what you're saying, but I have no knowledge of what you're talking about. Clearly, the atheist must have some type of knowledge of this. They just don't believe it or believe in it. So atheism is considered a religion in this country called the United States of America. So even so, since he has this background, you might think he might be a fit here, but people like him, their minds are still warped. You can tell by the dress. You can tell by the talk. They're still trapped in some type of science fiction. They still don't walk in reality. Trapped in these black scholarship, reading all these books and scholarship, which does nothing, has done nothing for us. We are still in the toilet bowl. All your books, all your DVDs, all your debates, and all the little tiddlywink stuff that you do, look where you're at. But he has a friend, and his friend is called Sister Nandi. YouTube channel Nandi 3PG or something like that. And I don't know. Now, Nandi can talk about me. That nutcase angel snut nut. You don't know nothing about me, lady. And I don't know nothing about you. The only thing I know is what you said about me, and you need to prove it. But you can't. You just running your damn wacky ass mouth because you're trying to con somebody using me. And I was just talking to Brother Taalik about this woman because actually I had a certain amount of respect for her because I did see a video where they was trying to drag her into this mess, and she said, "Look, I don't, you know, I'm dealing with Sinetta. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know I'm not going to get into that. But for some reason, she decided Angel is a nutcase." And I was just talking to Brother Taalik about women like her, not black women, all the sisters, because this woman, this kind. I was telling Brother Taalik before she made this statement, I have a problem with her because, and we have experienced it here, women that's profane with their mouth, nasty, vulgar, you're going to have a problem. We saw this in Sister Deity. Sister Deity has a nasty mouth. Noble has a nasty mouth. Karen has a nasty mouth. Ingrid has a nasty mouth. And when you deal with women that use profanity and have these nasty mouths, there's a behavior, there's a mindset that goes along with it, and your interaction and you socializing with them, it's not going to end up well, as we have experienced. So it's not a biased thing. And I'm very sure there are sisters who are a little foul in their mouths that might be good people. But I'm very cautious. This has been our experience. Also, I try not to be stereotypical, But when you dealing with women who are overweight, who are fat, there's an attitude, there's something that comes with that. It's foul. I experienced that, of course, with Aleeyah Porkchop, and not only her, but some other overweight fat people. There's a behavior that goes along with that fatness. Plus, Aleeyah Muhammad, she also uses profanity and she's vulgar and nasty. So we have to be, so I'm cautious. I can't speak for you. But when a woman has a nasty mouth, and it's just like Soul Brother 85 said, it's very unladylike. I have watched Sister Terry over the years since the 90s. Terry and Cindy EnVogue. I watched these ladies, and I'm very sure they were put in positions where if they wanted to be vulgar and nasty, they could do it. I heard one of the EnVogue members, the other two, I heard them be a little nasty, and I see why they have some type of problems, because women that's nasty in the mouth, vulgar, profane, there's a mindset and a behavior that comes along with it. It's not ladylike. It's not princess. It's not queen. And if you listen to this Nandi person, she's a very foul-mouthed, vulgar, nasty, self-righteous, uppity. She reminds me of that Karen. You want to try to unite and work with people like this, you're never going to go nowhere. They don't have the right mindset, and they're telling you by these behaviors, they don't have the correct mindset that we need in order to evolve and progress and move forward as an individual or as a people. Some people like garbage. Some people like trash. Some people like to stink. They don't want to take a bath. That's just them. And you have to leave them behind. You have to leave them where they're at. You cannot civilize everybody. The duty of the civilized man, I was taught in the Nation of Islam, the duty of the civilized man is to teach the savage. You cannot help everybody. You cannot save everybody. And I tell us on this platform, we are not saviors. We don't wear capes. We're not your savior. We're not a messiah. We're not trying to save the black people. We offer a solution. You accept the solution or you don't. We don't care. We just keep moving in the manner that we know that is right and correct. And we see that the decision that you're making it, that you're doing, y'all having a whole lot of progress and success. Y'all really got it going on. Believe that if you want. So it's disappointing for me to hear this woman call me a nutcase, but it's expected because that's the mindset. Foul, vulgar, nasty, greedy, con artist, deceiver, manipulator. That's them. It's expected. So it's not a shock. And I don't know what else to say. Y'all got something to say on it? Jot down your comments. We all